It's your boy Shane T Mac, and I'm back. This time we're gonna do a review on my, see if I can get it out in the frame here. On my Cobalt flea market find. I found this box rusted out at a flea market, and I kind of took a quick route to restoring it. I just really didn't do much to it. I just put a top coat on it. I didn't sand it. Maybe one day that start to peel, I'll sand it, take my time, restore it properly, but I just want to do something quick. I initially bought it thinking I was going to put it on the back of my pickup, and I got to noticing it had them electricals on the side, so I didn't want to get that wet. And I needed a charging station. I didn't really need another toolbox, but I just needed somewhere dedicated for my lights and my battery chargers and my batteries. I ain't got none of my M12 batteries up here, but I got this little rack. Somebody 3D printed it, and I'm gonna mount it right there one day. I'm expecting to get some more M12 tools. Right now I got you, let's give me a seat here. Y'all done seen my M12 line up with my impact over there on the table, but I want the Sawzall and a side saw. I want it in it's a die grinder, straight die grinder. I'm thinking of getting those. When I get those, my batteries will be too much for this draw. So in the future, I'll move my M12 batteries over there. But right now, I just got them hanging out in my US General. But this here is a 36-inch topper for the toolbox. Later on, I may do something different, but my old TV stand, old schoolhouse TV stand, shelves and all, just perfect. It's got wheels on it, so if I need to move it around and want to redecorate, I can get it as heavy as I want it, and I can move it around. But after I went and got it, I found this purpose, you know, my little charging station, and I got my Bergs hanging out up here. It's my beat downs. We go out there and do the suspension work. I take those with me, and so far so good. This is the ratchet I did a review on that I built. Boarded the internals out right in there so that I can get the original screw back in there so it'll look professional. I'm still proud of that thing. I ain't had no trouble out of it. I'm surprised that this ratchet mechanism is holding up, but it used that old proto style double paw in there, and that for a cheap ratchet is tried and true. And that's something Proto helped them out with, because I remember cheap ratchets wasn't good. You couldn't use them. You could use the socket a little more than you could the ratchet, which neither one of them was really of any quality, but it'll get you out of band. And without further ado, I'll give you a little tour of it, and we'll go from there. I took my Wall of Fame down. I still got a set of Craftsman V-Series up there on my Wall of Fame that I'm completing. You see it? I got the old rusty Tomater up there. Yeah. Forward, baby. Yeah, I just took my Wall of Fame down. I put my collection of ratchets. This really ain't part of my collection. They ain't really, they USA made, but these were some they had no plastic levers and plastic bud, and I didn't really care for that too much in it. But these are my babies here. These are the real Craftsman, the real USA Craftsman. Got the orders on top, so it's right after that Flying V model that these came out, and I don't ever use them. I just like having them. Torque wrenches, I don't never use them. Just like having them. Some I don't not really old school, but look at this here. I found I got it right. J.C. Penney ratchet, made by the Sears Company. It had fine teeth, but one side of it is broken, and I was hoping I could find some internals and put in there, but I just kept it just cause it was something unique. J.C. Penney. right tools ratchet. It ain't really that. This tool he ain't really that old, but something I found. You know, I made my little great neck childhood ratchet, and got an Armstrong right there, USA, and a Williams USA right there. So found a little home for my ratchet Craftsman ratchet collection. Old spinners right there. I don't know if this tape measure old. It just looked old to me. Got it at a yard sale. You know, bundle of tools I bought. That's the first draw. See, it's got some flaking that's gonna come back to haunt there, but when it does, I get me a wire brush and sander and take it to it. Put it on my grinder and I clean it up. See, second draw, got some hammers and old gimmick Bostic adjustable wrench. Got the original Crescent wrench. Some brake tools, old Craftsman pipe wrench. Some oil changing tools, scraper, brake tools, C-clamps, line, separators. Down here, got my old Craftsman set. Old shitty ass Craftsman sets in there. I'm gonna show y'all these right here. These pliers right here. Something I found digging around in the pawn shop. They was rusty. Got to looking at them. I said, them jaws on them pliers. That's what I always look at, the jaws. I kind of rub them with my finger, kind of get a sense of the quality of them. And I got to looking at them after I cleaned them up. I say, CT Company, and it's the Christian USA brand. Man, these are, you can't get no flicks in them nowhere. And I'm a strong guy now. You can't get no flicks in these pliers nowhere. And some of my better pliers, I could take them and squeeze them right there and get a little flicks. But these here are some hard metal. Got to look at them. They don't look used as much as they was kept. So I think they was like a victim of a toolbox warrior. And these here are some that's been floating around here for years. This old Diamond brand. And I bet you I done had these pliers 20, 25 years. And I don't know if my granddaddy bought them, borrowed them, or some of my uncles had them. But they tore down my granddaddy's old house. I went out there and I found them. That crew that tore down the house may have had them, but I think I remember these pliers from back in the days. If they ain't the ones that I remember, they just like it. And I took them about 10, 15 years ago and put them in my shed. And they fell over in a corner. And I went over there cleaning the shed out and found them. I said, I'm gonna put these up this time. And you look at the jaws and them, they ain't hurt. They ain't like they ever been used. I think they was more of a toolbox warrior. I like toolbox warriors. Those are toolbox warriors. People bought those back in the day. They was a gimmick tool and they used them. But they ain't nothing compared to the technology of the tools we got today. These here don't stand a chance. But nevertheless, I got them. Stick them over in my box. This is what this box will be for. It'll be the homeland for restored tools, old memory. When I want to go down memory lane, I come to this box and I open it. And I got some unique Craftsman tools in here. I showed y'all. These are some that I had in Braylon's box. And I confiscated them, took them and put them in this box. I don't think his future have no use for this stuff like this old machinery. So and I thought this here was unique. One day I'm just gonna pull out all my Craftsman and just let y'all see. And I still collect them. I still find this. And this box here is mainly for that. Like I said, it's a 36-inch cobalt topper. I would like to have a bottom to it because I know me and my finding and pickings, I enjoy going to the yard sales and pawn shops, looking around, and I see these little things like this. Sometimes I pick them up for less than $1. a whole big bundle for $10. And can't say no to them. And I mean, it's a pretty good hobby. If something happened to me, my kids can sell this. I can do like I said I was gonna do one day. I feel like I can't use this plier no more. I take it and cash it in. Me and her may go on a little vacation. Who knows? It might be worth more than that dollar I paid for it one day. I know it's probably is now, but you know, just for a conversation piece. All right, this last draw, I put all my abrasive and cutting tools in here, and I was hoping I could fit my grinder in here, but the draw ain't deep enough. I ain't gonna complain, because I know as long as I live, 10 years from now, I have that bottom go to this topper. Somebody done kick one out to the curb, want to sell it, but yeah. And just recently, this stuff right here came in handy, and I purchased this and that bit as a set to have the proper size to tap this the threads out in a manifold I was putting on my home. And that came in handy. And I like this little saw right here. It's a US made. I think it's made by Stanley. Stanley. It's USA made. I like it because you can take the Sawzall blades and stick in here. I thought that was unique. I got a lot of Sawzalls. One electric, one is DeWalt battery powered. Other one is electric, Black & Decker, real big. And I have a lot of blades laying around that I could use in there, and it's good for cutting dashes. I do a lot of modification on my Hummer, and this right here does me a good job here. And I'm glad I found it. Got a tie spoon in here. I'm gonna get me another one. I can I'm 47 years old, so I know about the old school tie machine and all that, which I got one that's manual. But with these spoons, that's all I had for a long time. I dried it. I get me a tube of 6, and I drive my vehicle up on that tire and break the seals on it, and then I take them spoons and I flip the tire off there, which I still change my motorcycle tire with a C-clamp. I take the C-clamp and break the bead, and then I take this here and change it. But that's how I came up. You can't use in this yard. You 13 miles from town, and it's $5, $6 to change a tire. You can just, before I get ready to get cleaned up, I just go out there and I just muscle it off there, put it back on there, and then one day I'm uptown, I have it balanced. But most time I didn't even do that. Car didn't really shake that much. Speed limit was 55. I never did go too far. No more 13, 14 miles. Hang up on the shade tree, clean it up. But yeah, that's what I got now. Is this is my 36 inch Cobalt. How many draws it got? 4. 1, 2. Yeah, 4 draw topper. I'm gonna show y'all something. It frustrates me, and I mean, this video is not for that. But this here box probably post date back to the early 2000s, or maybe it hung around a little bit in the 90s, like the 96-ish, you know. And people make a big deal. They'll say, "Oh, I know U.S. General," and I kind of get mad when they don't give a product a chance. They goes in, you get these guys, and most of them, and I like my Snap-on guys. I got friends of Snap-on guys, and I'm not bashing Snap-on in no way. And I tell y'all this in every video. If I had that to do every week, and that was my job, everything in here would be Snap-on. Because I have a truck coming. I won't have to worry about going to AutoZone or Walmart or wherever I go, but I'm a DIY. So Walmart, here I come. AutoZone, here I come. O'Reilly's, here I come. But I hate when them guys go in the store and they take this draw and they shake it. Now this is the Cobalt. This is not made as good as that U.S. General 54 inch over there. It's not as made as good, but Them guys will take that draw and put it out halfway, and they'll give it the shake. Well, that draw is not flexing as much as it's rolling back and forth on these slides here. Now you pull this draw all the way out and try to shake it. You shake the whole toolbox. But they'll take it right here just because they want to justify paying $4 and $6 and $20,000 for a toolbox. They go, oh, I wouldn't get this and shake it. What matters to me is the strength up and down. I mean, it can shake all it want to. What matters to me is the pounds. This draw here probably rated for 100 pounds. And I probably ain't got 60 pounds in there in this fool. I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it where you have to go out and, I wouldn't buy this. If you're a DIYer and you don't want to spend Snap-on money on tools, and you don't want to spend Snap-on money on a toolbox, this toolbox right here is probably today, I ain't afraid to say 20 years old. And look at it, outside of sitting on this guy had a car porch. He didn't have a garage. He had a car porch, and blown water would touch this box. Condensation at night in cold days would touch this box. And I mean, it's still here. It's still here. 23 years. If I own these 23 years, these two boxes, 23 years. These boxes last me 23 years. If they last me 10 or 15 years, that's probably the best I'm gonna do. I'm already 47 years old. Another 20 years, I won't be out here beating and banging on nothing. I'll be with a brand new vehicle, retired, and somebody else will work on it. But it aggravates me when people go out and buy a cheap tool and then they expect Snap-on quality from it. And then they holler, I won't buy it. This box here from Snap-on or Blue Point, easily $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. This box here cost me $200, I think. With a coupon I might have paid. This is the 4-inch, the 4-draw, not the 5-draw. 5-draw is about $50 or $60 more, maybe $70 more than this box. And the 5-draw, ain't nothing wrong with it. I just didn't get the big draw. I didn't like the big draw. I think it took away from what I could do, and then it changed the size of it. So the 5-draw is a bigger box than this. And I go across grass. I don't have at the time. See, that is my work area. And that big box is heavy. This box here is borderline. But I can take this box here out there in the yard, do whatever I want to do with this box. And I can bring it back in, that little tight space, roll it back over here. I didn't want to, y'all, but I am going to upgrade the casters on there. And I'm going to get the 4 swivel casters. They didn't have the 5-inch casters at, they didn't have the 5-inch casters at Harbor Freight when I went to get them. But next time I go, I'm going to make sure that I check again. And right now, shipping and all that is screwed up, so the stores ain't nearby the stock as they used to be, but it's getting there. So maybe a month from now, I'll show y'all my little, and I'm gonna try to find a wider wheel, probably in a 2-inch wide, so it don't sink as easy in the grass. But this toolbox here, the little drawers barely got any shake to it. See, barely got any. But the bigger drawers got shake to it. And the reason is, if you look at it, it's wobbling on the slides. But if you pull that slide all the way out, shake it. You ain't got none. As long as you don't get that space for the roll. And I mean, it's flexing a little bit side to side, but this is a tool cart. This is your tool storage. This is a tool storage. This ain't going nowhere. This here is going out in the yard. This here gonna be beat, bang, drove around. This here go to war with me. This here is home base. When I need something out of this, I go come in here and I get it. Bring it, put it in here, and I take it outside. If I get tired, I pull the top down. shut the drawer closed, throw me a tarp over it. When I get up the next morning to work on my vehicle again, I ain't got to go through that process of getting all the tools out. And then once I bring it in here, all the tools that I use, all the parts that I use, sit right here. And I can take my time. I can push this over here in this corner, and I can walk out, go to the house, clean up, spend my weekend or whatever. And when I get time, I come back, open this, sit here, clean all my tools up, put them all back after the job is finished. This toolbox does not have to be Snap-on quality for me to use it. It doesn't. And then Snap-on makes a better box. It makes a better box. But this box is not that far behind. It's got a pretty good size gauge of steel on it. I think the 5 is actually like this box here. And you can say all you want about US General, but this box right here, this 54-inch box right here is probably one of the top selling boxes there is in the proof is in the pudding. This box right here is not of Snap-on quality, but like I said, that's not that far behind. These tools, I got Tekton, I got Gear Wrench, I got Cobalt, I got Craftsman, I got Harbor Freight, I got Craftsman. These tools is not that far behind. I think Apex makes all these tools. Somewhere in Taiwan, all these tools being created out of the same factory, just different brand on them. Not that far behind. I've seen guys with the same, and these here Gear Wrench ratchets, I compare these to Mako because they look and built sort of the same as a Mako ratchet is. Probably not of the same quality, probably not of the same quality. But is it that far behind? No. It's not that far behind. What you gonna do with that ratchet? You can break a Snap-on doing it. It's a guy named, I think it's Chris Fix. I may be wrong. It's Chris something. But he does a tool review, and he take these ratchets to their breaking point. And I have seen Tekton ratchet. I have seen a Harbor Freight ratchet outlast, outmuscle that Snap-on. You look at that, maybe, I think I paid at the time for inflation. This ratchet here was about 60 bucks. This here was about 80 something. This is a long ratchet. I just bought it because I like long stuff. But anyway, this ratchet here is still 15 inches long. This adequate. This does anything you want to do. Lugs. I bought this for a lug wrench, but I just couldn't justify using my shiny ratchet as a lug wrench all the time. But I still have cases where I have to go out there and put a pipe on it. You know how I feel about cheater pipes. I stick this on there, break that one lug that's too tight, that somebody hammered on. But as far as the difference between Snap-on and these Taiwanese tools, you at your house, 9 times out of 10, you ain't got a Snap-on truck coming in. And my experience with a Snap-on truck, let me tell you about my experience with a Snap-on truck. Now, Snap-on got this lifetime warranty, what have you. Tool truck comes up to the shop, changes your ratchets or fix the internals. Some of them, if that ratchet, you didn't buy that ratchet off that truck, that guy ain't finna touch that ratchet unless you pay him. Unless you pay him to put a key in. But I'm gonna tell you something. I can take a picture of this ratchet, and Gear Wrench will mail me this ratchet in its entirety, not no inner working, in its entirety, to my house, in my mailbox. That's why I have 2 of them. I understand what I got to do. That's why when you open this drawer, I got so many ratchets. Gear wrenches right now, websites stay down a lot and they slow about sending you out. It ain't the next day like Tekton, but they slow about sending you out a new ratchet. So I just say, hey, I'm gonna get me enough of them, and it's enough of them floating around on YouTube where people bought the sets and they got a double or triple and they didn't want it. And here come me. I'm gonna bid on it. I'm gonna get it. That's gonna be that single that I need. Now, don't get me wrong, these ratchets is cheaper by the set. But the way I buy them is cheap for me because I ain't gonna put a whole lot in it. That bid get way too high for me, I got a max that I'm gonna do. When that get too high for me, I'm out. Like I said, and to offset the warranty process of gear wrench, I got the AutoZone right here. I drive right up the street, just like that. 10 minutes, I'm back. I'm doing what I gotta do. I'm finishing my weekend. I'm not sitting there with a snap-on wrench trying to figure out who I can send it to because I don't got a shop that I'm gonna DIY. And people, I have a lot of people have inboxed me. They hey man, won't you try the snap-on? That is a lot smoother. It's this and that. And I have tried the snap-on. It's an impressive ratchet. But where in the hell I'm gonna find a snap-on gotta change that ratchet? Then I have to send that snap-on off, hoping that they could replace the internal workings in it for me for free, which I ain't never had no experience other than the truck. I never mailed a snap-on ratchet off. Y'all can leave me some comments down in the description. But either way it goes, it's not gonna be as fast as I can go to AutoZone and pop, it's there. I can send this picture of this to gear wrench and it's on the way. What made Snap-on to me back in the day when tools was just cheap tools and you bought them and they was yours. If the department store didn't want to warrant them, they gave you a 3-day or 30-day or 90-day warranty. And you surpassed your warranty, you stuck with that bomb ratchet. That's what made Snap-on to me a better tool because that truck. But like I said, if you don't get it off that truck, you can see one time, flag it down, and 9 times out of 10, that guy is not gonna replace that ratchet for free. He gonna charge you something. It's gonna be a labor process for that internal workings, or maybe it's a swap, and he gonna probably say, hey, I can't swap that. You didn't buy it for me. You need to send that to Snap-on. Good luck with that. But if I buy this box here at a cheaper quality, a cheaper price, I know that the quality follows the price. I'm not gonna open this drawer and try to stand up in it. No, I'm gonna use my cheap toolbox and my cheap tools for what they worth and what they are. When I need something a little more stronger, I need something a little more that's resistant, I'm gonna be in a shop turning wrenches for life, for a living. I'm not gonna be out here in the yard, Snap-on tools laying all the way around me for nothing when I could get a set of ratchets just about what I pay for one Snap-on ratchet. And you know, that's just me and my perspective on it. And I'm gonna DIY. I just do not see myself spending $300-400 on one ratchet when I can spend $100 or $200 for a whole set. I mean, and like I said, these gear wrench, they mocking Matco. And like I said, this ratchet right here is the spitting image of a Matco. And y'all will find out, some of y'all Snap-on guys will find out that a lot of your Snap-on tool is made overseas or rebranded. Snap-on make their own tools, but they still use Lyle, they use Irwin, they use Knipex, they use quality brand companies, but that don't mean them companies make those tools in the USA. You know? I guess y'all got a view of my new used Cobalt. I like this top. I have to fold this down, walking into my air compressor. I like this top, how you can fold it down, you know, lock it. I broke the key in it, left it in there, hand me the key, I stuck it in there, and I hauled it in the back of my truck, and it slid up to the wall and broke it. And I left that piece in there because I can get me a hot glue stick and I can pull it out of there, have one made. So I don't really need it. I'm at my house, my garage, my shop, my shack, my shed. And if somebody come in here and they want something 9 times out of 10, I told them to come in and get it. That's been my review. Like and subscribe to my channel. I'm Shade T Mac, and I'm out.